Yes, ek sien die expert is hier. What are you gonna have? Dis hierdie een deel wat my al jare vang. Dit is net so flippend vinnig. Is net die picking wat dit baie tricky maak, want yes. Ek skryf hom so. Dit is eintlik baie nice dat ek myself so record, want dan kan ek sien my tegniek en alles, as ek nou 'n bietjie verkeerd speel, soos partykeer wat ek doen is ek sal my gewrig 'n bietjie te veel draai om soos na 'n ander snaar toe te gaan, maar ek moet eintlik 'n combination van skouer beweging gebruik om soos 'n bietjie van 'n wye string cross te doen. Anderste, my picking angle op hierdie string plat en dan jou gewrig aak mos so. Hy aak so. So ek draai eintlik so 'n semicircle, soos 'n semicircle. So ek sny so en dan gaan hy so. So is nog wel inconsistent. So as ek nou te ver strek, dan sny ek die snare op 'n ander plek wat nou nie goeie muscle memory is om op te bou nie. So ek moet eintlik 'n bietjie bewus wees van dit. Maar soos partykeer moet jy dit doen, maar jy wil nie nou te veel te doen nie. En ek wil nie net my skouer gebruik om enige string te change nie, soos wil nog steeds soos my gewrig dominant gebruik. What's up, Heretics? How are you doing, man? Ja, So that has to be a downstroke. And then up. Upstroke, yeah. Yeah, man, been caught up with exams and studies these days. Can't practice too much. Yeah, no worries. I've been sick this week. So, like, this week, I think I missed 2 days of practice. So, I'm like, oh, oh, I feel so guilty. But, no worries, man. Like, yeah, you're studying some rough stuff. So, good luck, man. Oh. But it'll be worth it. Once you qualify and everything, then it'll be worth it. Like, yeah, you'll get there eventually. Don't worry, man. That's more than enough. Like, you'll see sometimes for me, like, I'll just do 20 minutes or something. You don't have to. Having an hour is fantastic, but you don't have to necessarily. As long as you practice effectively in that 20 minutes, it's more than enough. But yeah, for me, it's just easiest to get it out of the way in the beginning of the day. So like when I wake up, then I just get my practice in, and then if like now I have time in the evening, I just do some leisure practice. So then I can just work on some existing stuff and just enjoy it a bit more. Okay, let me have a look at that. Looking these days, some scale rounds of diminished scales. Yeah, the diminished scales is like one of the coolest things because it's symmetrical. Like it's it's minor thirds stacked on each other. So you know, like that. But then you have this raised also minor third. So it's such a cool sound. And if you do it on one string, it's always this interval. You can go further. You can even tap it. And then the rule is like you just remember your tritone just. So it's really, really cool. So. And then it's just for the B string, you have to compensate for the tuning. Mr. Doe, how's it going? Straight from the factory, how's it going? Oh, with the diminished stuff. Yeah, exactly. But that's more. You can do it in a bunch of different ways as well. Like you can technically go, because that's the diminished scale. So it's a strict formula of whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone. So it's just whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone, whole tone, semitone. So it's like it never really resolves, which is the point of it. You have to use it as a tool to resolve into something else. So like if I have diminished arpeggio like this, and I can take this whole thing, shift it up one fret, so like that whole thing. So it's really, really cool. I'll give me a break. Oh. My boys getting together tonight to jam some. Oh, Mr. Doe, that'll be so cool. What are you guys gonna play? Some classic 80s stuff. Oh, hopefully some Guns N' Roses in there, some AC/DC. Oh man. Digitech. No, I don't know that. Let me quickly have a look. What's that? RP 500. Okay, so it's a multi-effects pedal. Hope I'm looking at the right one. Yeah. Okay, so there's a volume pedal. Oh no, this is sweet. Like you can really enjoy this. Yeah. And you got it. You got it for free. That's good. Rat, Poison, AC/DC, Def Leppard. Oh yeah, Poison. Oh, so a lot of the hair metal stuff. Really, really cool. Oh. You're gonna play drums, right? You're gonna play with an acoustic drum set or electric one. I know sometimes acoustic drum sets don't really work in neighborhoods. They're a bit loud, depending on obviously where you stay. But like, yeah, things have technology has come a long way. Are you guys gonna like lean fully into it and do it in the garage, like a garage band sort of thing? That would be so epic. Except Los. Okay. Yeah, no, for drums, yeah, like drums, just it sounds really, really bad. Um, if it's yeah, it just really it doesn't sound great if it's digital. Yeah, you lose a lot of the breathing of the drums. The drums are very much alive, like instrument. You can't really you can use samples and stuff, but it doesn't really have that same like character, if that makes sense. But yeah, Pearl. Oh, nice. You lost most of your hair. Oh well. Oh no, that's fine. That's fine. In your house, you have a music room. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh no, that's something I'm definitely gonna also aspire to have one day. So that because my wife, we both actually need music rooms. She needs one because she's a classical pianist, so we have to. Um, I want to get her like a baby grand piano, so she can practice on that. And but yeah, it's a loud instrument, so we'll probably have to pad the room and everything, and then also for me, for all my metal stuff. Oh my word, tube amps. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that's gonna be very loud. Oh, if you have like a AC-15 or something, or just like a Marshall Plexi. Oh, fantastic, man. Now that's gonna be cool. Yes, you must really enjoy it. Rooms they set up, own all the gear. They just show up. Oh, perfect. Oh man, yeah. Do your kids stay in like the same city or state as you? Like in South Africa, it's um a little bit different. Like people generally, if they stay in the country at least, they'll either go to Cape Town or to like Johannesburg, Pretoria, sort of. Like most of the top universities are there, so people either flock to there when they turn 18 and everything. So um, yeah, it's so a lot of the parents get disconnected with their children. So it's a bit of a uh, breakdown of the family unit in our country. But yeah, it is people go where there's opportunity. So yes, they live with me still. It is what it is. That's actually good. Like especially in like yeah, today's economy isn't the greatest. So yeah, being able to share share some of these experiences with your children is a massive blessing. I think the days of like raising your kids till they're 18 and then kicking them out and having them fend for themselves, I think that might be coming to an end. the the whole, yeah, yeah, politics, whatever. But I mean, it's family is really the one valuable thing that we all have, or that we all aspire to have. Not everyone is blessed enough with a close family unit. So if you have that, you're very, very fortunate. I think that's where wealth really is. Like, oh man. So me and my wife, we wanna also have a bunch of kids. My parents stay in the same city as me. Her parents stay in different cities, but yeah. Um, Let me check. They all live with me still. Oh, awesome. Two daughters and a granddaughter. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I can imagine. Like, my parents also said the same thing. Like, I could stay with them forever. Because I married out of the house. So, like, I stayed with my parents until the day I got married. Um, it it is just yeah, it's just the way things turned out. But it also helps because then there's this moment of just reckless independence that people get when they leave home for the first time. And then you just experiment with a bunch of stuff and you can get involved with the wrong things and you don't have like this grounding of the family. So it's like a bit of a problem if you just be like, all right, I now have a license to do anything, so I'm gonna do everything, and then you mess yourself up and everything, and it's just a big problem. So I was very fortunate to be in a position where I could share this past few years with my family, and then once I get married, as the word says, to become one flesh, and they will cleave to each other. So that's me and my wife. So we're very, very, very fortunate how everything turned out. Cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's insane. Like, but the thing is, that's what's so cool about music is it transcends all generations. Like, I mean, AC/DC was like, 80s, all that stuff. Right now, we're in what, 40 years later? Is it 40 years? My word, the 80s feel like 20 years ago, in my opinion. Everything is from 2000, and that's where I'm counting from. So, like, Bible quiz. Oh boy. Let's see if I'm a true believer. That part. That part breaks me every time. It's just and then that whole part. Let me just get that again. So I'll have to. Okay, so I'm gonna have to jump over the strings then, add one pull off. Like this riff is actually such a problem for me, I think, for the past 10 years. It's crazy. Like, oh my word. It's just ugh. Yeah. It's been such a trick. So okay, let me see this. Let's get closer. Devil was not allowed to kill her because, as Job's wife, they were one flesh. He was not allowed to kill Job, only to take all that he had and strike his flesh. Yeah. So what's the quiz? Yeah. So it wasn't just his flesh. There was this whole sort of back and forth between the deceiver and the Almighty, where it's like, okay, so you can't really, you can't harm him. So then they was like, all right, I'm gonna harm everyone around him. So then he lost his children, he lost his wealth, he lost his yeah, he pretty much lost everything. Then he lost his health, so it was just like a cascade. And then just all the close friends around him were like, just curse God and die. And he just fell to his knees and started praising God. So yeah, Job is a very, very depressing story. Like, but yeah, it's just unwavering. Yeah, he was restored doublefold. Yeah, twofold, and it's still it's still a really like heavy story. Just if you really dive into it and you do exegesis and what's the word? No, expository learning about it, or expository study of it. There's just so much really in that whole um ordeal. Yeah. Man and wife are considered one in the eyes of God. He was restored twofold. Here's something to think about. Yeah. Matla Lebedile. You sound South African. Matla Lebedile. I wonder. Do I have a fellow South African? Yeah. If you are a fellow South African, let me guess. Sawubona or let's see. No, I don't know if it's also or not. Let's. Nah, I'm gonna use Zulu. No. Like so here's something to think about. Yeah, what's I was wondering the quiz. Like, is there am I gonna be tested? Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. No, like it's such a it's such a it's such a human thing. Like it's one of the things that really unify everyone. But it's yeah, I've actually never thought about it the way you described it now. How his wife was not to be touched because of the fact that they were one flesh. That is such a unique perspective I actually haven't considered. And I mean, we make jokes about it and everything, but like that is actually quite the observation. I've never actually considered that. Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It's the blood of the covenant that makes us one. So we are all part of the body of Christ. So it's really a blessing. Yo, if I didn't encounter Christ, I would be in such a bad place. Like whenever I strayed from the word and everything, then like I can just see things went wrong. And yeah, but like the prodigal son, I'm always welcome to return. And I got some tea now, thanks to my wife. And it also says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. What? That last bit is just, yeah, I haven't really mastered that because that's like I think a 10/4 time signature. That last bar. It's just so difficult to keep up with it. Oh man. Ugh. How do we get day and night on the first day when the sun, moon, and stars were created on the fourth day? I've heard so many variations of this, and the probably my answer is I don't know. I can try to rationalize it. I can take a naturalistic perspective or a scientific sort of perspective and try to rationalize it, or I can say it was purely allegorical, or days were not actual days; they were just representations of time, and like not literal days. Or there's so many ways you can analyze this and sort of interpret it. But the easiest way for me is just to say, I don't know. I wasn't there. I was but a thought. I'm the light of the world. God say, let there be light. Oh, that is brilliant. Oh, my word. I've never actually thought about it that way. I haven't heard that sort of, I don't know if I'll call it an interpretation, that observation. Let me put it that way. Like, I'm the light of the world. And God said, let there be light on the first day. And then there was light, and he saw the light, and it was good. Oh, man. Very, very interesting. That is really, really interesting. It's quite the observation. Yeah, I'm totally going to tell my wife about this. Especially the Job thing. Like, that is just crazy. It's just the string change that is messing me up. Oh, my word. Ugh. Funny enough, when I just started out on guitar, I wanted to learn like gospel music, and then I typed into YouTube gospel songs or solos or something like that, and then I saw a tutorial by a guy named, I think, Bobby Crispy or something like that. He was playing, I think, on a Jackson guitar, whatever, and I thought the song was like a Christian song or something, because its name was Stairway to Heaven. And I was like, this is such a cool solo. Like, what the flip, man? Like, damn. And it sounded gospelish. So I'm like, cool. Then later I realized, oh, right. This is Led Zeppelin. So, yeah, no, I kind of misinterpreted it based on that title. But, yeah, it was still cool. Like that all. Solo was really cool. George Winston on the piano. Not really classical, more contemporary classical, I guess. I would love to be able to play the piano. Like, I really can't. Let me check it out. George Winston. I did check out some of the bluegrass stuff you recommended, and Roy Clark was the one guy I checked out. And there's this video of him playing. I think it's 12th Street something, but it's like, man, he's good. Oh my word, no, he's incredible. Let me write that down. So, George Winston. George Winston. No, I'll check with a. Yeah, that solo he played. Is it 12th Street? I can't remember. Let me just have a look. 12th Street Rag. That's the one. 12th Street Rag. Oh man, that thing was so cool. It's just so unique. Oh. Mm. I'm looking forward to it. Had a whole collection with 4 different albums: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. That that sounds like Vivaldi, because Vivaldi also had the 4 seasons. I'm not sure what the classical term is. Ensemble? Or the 4 seasons. That won't be a symphony, something like that. But the most famous one that everyone knows, which is probably the coolest one as well, though. And then digga 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 digga. I started to learn that. I'll eventually learn that properly. Oh, such a cool piece. There's a lot of classical pieces I actually want to learn, but I should probably learn how to do like the finger tremolos. But that is a technical battle I'll decide to fight maybe next year. Oh my word. Is it? Do you have it on vinyl, cassette tape, or yeah, it'll probably have to be cassette tape, or like a physical vinyl. Oh, okay. Damn. Yeah. Like one thing that's so weird for me is artists in, I think, America and the UK, they always speak of an album as a record. Yeah, we sold so many records, like an album. So I'm like, what the frick do they mean, like a record? Because to me, a record, I don't know, it's just a cultural language sort of barrier. I think for me, just to get over is like a record. So yeah, we sold about 5 million copies on our first record. I'm butchering the accent, but like, it's there's a few American accents that I just always hear. I hear the New York one, like the Queens sort of one. Then the West Coast sort of California, California style, and then the southern accent, which is the cool one. You just hear bald eagles in the distance and just gunshots. It's like, yeah. Oh, that's America. That's America. So, oh man, America. So cool. Land of the free, home of the brave. December forest, winter into spring, summer, autumn, ballad of blues, and Linus and Lucy CD. That sounds very familiar. I'll have to check with my wife. She'll probably know. Yeah. Yeah. But that's really cool that you have that. Yeah. I don't have much. I grew up in such a awkward technological phase where cassette tapes, where DVD really just came out. So now like a VCR, goodbye, and CDs sort of were phasing out, and people got memory sticks, or yeah, like a memory stick, a flash drive, or whatever the term is, and Now that's also phasing out because now internet is a lot more accessible. So yeah, it's such a strange um, technology really grew incredibly fast. So yeah, done a lot of it by ear, but I didn't keep up. It's been years since I actually played any. I think if you just dust off the cobwebs, a lot of the muscle memory will still be there. So yeah, I don't have to worry too much. Oh, but yeah, man. Hmm. 50s and 60s records from your dad. Sure. Mm. It's crazy to think that that was about 70 years ago. The 50s. 75 years ago. What the flip? Huh. Man. Crazy. Mm. Oh, wow. Oh, weird, weird question, if I may ask. In American movies, um, it's almost always like there's the family house, the family home or something that's passed on through generations. So like, um, or maybe I'm crossing it with something else. But is that like a thing? Does each family have like one, I guess, house that is passed on to, I guess, the firstborn child or something? Or is it just a made up thing? Because in South Africa, it's well, especially in my culture, we're very agricultural. So the family farm, like every sort of family, every Afrikaner family generally has a family member who has a farm, and everyone in the family sort of has some sort of connection to that farm, and like yeah, it generally gets passed on to the firstborn son to manage and take over the legacy of it. So a lot of the farms here are like 12 generations. It's crazy. But yeah. Software component stereo in 1990 when I was in the military. Oh man, what war was going on in 1990? Um, what was probably some proxy war or something, but yeah. Military speakers and satellite speakers. Oh man, super cool. Oh, in the 90s, the Iraq War. Hmm. I can't remember. Hmm. The Iraq War. Yeah, like there's just so many wars. Like at the end, Kuwait. Okay, okay, okay. Now I get you. Yeah, I keep feeling like, yeah, mainly because the 90s in South Africa was like just everything. Everything happened in the 90s in South Africa. So it's like, yeah, my Desert Storm. Okay, that's where the yeah. That's where the yeah. So that sounds very very familiar. Now I get you. Now I get you. Oh, oh. Raised on a farm, I'm the second son. Still have a small portion of it left. I have four brothers. We share the land. Yeah. Now that's very similar to how things happen here. But yeah, it's like, oh damn, combat veteran. Oh man, yeah. Like it's one thing that my generation missed. Because in my parents' time, there was conscription, so you were conscripted to go to the border. At that time, it was this war going on at the border between Angola and Namibia, and every single able-bodied man had to either go to war or do 2 years of state service. So my father, he also had to go to the border and um, serve there. But yeah, like they ended the conscription after I can't remember, but yeah, my generation missed it. But I feel like some families really need that, um, just some sort of military discipline, because we have unruly unruly people here. Oh man, yeah. Yeah. No, it is a very very good thing um to serve your country, but the thing is, patriotism is really eroding. Like there isn't unity in almost any country right now. Like I don't know if we maybe had the illusion of unity in the past centuries and everything, but like right now, it just feels like no one is united under one banner. Like it's yeah, it's just various reasons, various possible explanations, but like there is something just noble about serving your country. But luckily, my father didn't. Well, there was one close call at the border where there was an ambush. They were busy doing a night march, and they received intelligence that there was an ambush between this one ravine, and then they sort of you can't let the enemy know that you have intelligence, so you can't just scatter. So they had to carry on walking, and then they made like a wide U-turn, and they said they just saw the choppers go. And you just fireworks everything, and then when they did some reconnaissance, and then they saw okay, so there was indeed an ambush there. 100 meters further would have been. I probably wouldn't be sitting here. So yeah, yeah, that is absolutely true. Yeah, yeah. I would really, really, really like that as well. But it's purely deception, greed. Um, yeah, it's much easier to stoke up the innate um, division, hatred, and just the sinful nature of man. It's really easy to just stoke that. So yeah, power exactly. It's extremely seductive, and it's the consequence of a fallen state of humanity. But yeah, that's why we need more good people, just doing all the right stuff. But yeah, that's. I mean, war will always be with us until the end. But it would be nice just to have a moment of reprisal. Mm. Yeah, that is absolutely true. Yeah, I don't think you could have said it better. That is exactly true. Um, like at church, we always hear, um, "Sin promises to please you, only to enslave you," and it's the same with the desire for power. You right now, I'm thinking to myself like, if I was in control, I would do X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. But once I gain that power, then I will be corrupted. It is just the nature of it. Um, so yeah, but yeah, the the power is indeed with the Holy Spirit. It's just influence, as you say. But influence is, yeah, it's a big responsibility. Like if you have the influence to, if you have the ability to influence people for good or bad, that is one of my biggest fears. Like I don't ever want to, if I am in a position of influence or leadership or whatever, I don't ever want to be the reason that someone sins, or I don't want to deceive anyone. It is the scariest thought for me to blaspheme without being aware that I'm doing it. It's just it's a terrifying thought, knowing that I could be misleading people, and it might not be my intention, but it's still just like this terrifying idea of you have these people holding on to your words, and they treat it as gospel, for lack of a better term, and yeah, you will be held accountable for it. It's it's terrifying. So yeah, very very careful with what I um, purport to be fact, because I can't confirm every little detail. It's just impossible. I don't have the capacity for that. But yeah, it's it's a really scary thought. But I suppose that could paralyze you in not doing any good either. So it is kind of a trade-off. You can do nothing and be in fear of doing something wrong, or you can do something and hope the scales balance. Hopefully, the good you do outweighs the bad you unintentionally do. So it's like it's a difficult thing to deal with. But yeah, Jesus stood in my place on the cross, and he will stand. Yeah, yes. Now imagine we had to do that by ourselves. Not a single person would make it. Not a single person. But that's why the sacrifice was indeed merciful, so merciful, and there's really nothing we could have done to deserve it. But it was done not because of who we are, but in spite of who we are. So it's quite it's such a profound thing. I don't think we'll ever really grasp. Imagine that you have all the power. You like literally, you have all the power. You can call upon 12 legions of angels and remove you from all the pain, all the suffering. You don't have to go through this. These people are spitting at you. You don't have to. You don't have to sacrifice yourself. Why? What do you owe it to these people? You've given them everything. You gave them instructions. You gave them manna and quail in the wilderness. You led them. You gave them the word. You gave them everything. And yet they still disobey you. And you became man and was without sin and sacrificed yourself for the remission of sins. My word. Such a profound thing. Oh, man. Yeah. No, it's I have certain moments where I think like, yeah, no, it's such a heavy thing, just, and being able to accept that as well, like, is yeah, yeah, yeah. He was perfect and became sin. He who knew no sin. Exactly. Um, and it's the fulfillment of every Old Testament prophecy as well. The lamb, the blood. Um, it's just everything is, yeah. It's just such a profound thing. it's yeah. And whenever I speak about let's say scripture or something, I'm very cautious of using, let's say, metaphors or analogies or something, just in case I cook up like a Nestorian heresy or something, and I misexplain something which causes someone to totally misinterpret the gospel. So it's best to just stick with the word and just read straight from the Bible. Just praise Him all day, every day. He deserves that from us, our praise and our worship. Absolutely, that is 100% true. And the thing with humans is we're made to worship. People will which is funny for me with looking back at the new the new atheist movement, where they predicted, like, if everyone would abandon religion and focus on science and rationality, then we'll reach utopia. And it's like, no, people will fill that gap with something, and what they fill it with will not be just, will not be righteous, will not be holy. And it's like, oh my word, it's really a messy sort of experiment that has taken place since like the 50s or the 60s. So it's like, yo, yeah. But the experiment was done. People realized, well, I hope they realized the error of their ways, because I think Gen Z is a lot more longing for um, the gospel, longing for the meaning, longing for the fulfillment of Christianity. So it's like it's a big shift that's happening globally. But yeah, yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, it's absolutely right. Yeah, yeah, it's easy to not be totally right now and understanding. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's such a um interesting, I think, outcome, because utopia was promised, and what we achieved was nihilism, emptiness, just meaninglessness, just like a total. I feel like the first experiment kind of like this was in Ecclesiastes with Solomon, just realizing everything is meaningless, chasing after the wind. He has achieved literally everything he can. He has the most money, the most power, everything, and it's just dust. Because he lost sight of the purpose of any of it. So it's really, yeah, it's time can sometimes not be as linear, but rather as circular. Oh, I'm in a different pickup. Yeah, yeah. Every eye will see and every tongue will confess that Christ is Lord. Oh man, but Mr. Doe, it's really cool chatting with you. I'm gonna take a rest. I'm gonna be at church tomorrow, so yeah, I want to get some bit of a just quiet time and rest before. But yeah, right now it's 8 o'clock in South Africa, so I believe it'll be, let me guess, 4 o'clock or 2 o'clock in South Carolina. My Dallas home called Rise Again. Let me write that down, and I'll have a check it out. So Rise Again by Dallas, 2 p.m. There we go. Okay, so 8 o'clock. Okay, so 6 hours apart. Cool. Dallas home. Cool. All right. No, you must have a fantastic day and enjoy spending time with your children and jamming some classic 80s stuff. You must enjoy it, man. Cheers.